chasing after dreams in a yellow taxi cab. The city's got a grip like a cold iron fist, but there's a sweet electric feeling I can't resist.
Build your foundation on something that lasts,
not on the illusions or the ghosts of the past. Even in the desert of the brick and the steel, we can find a passion that is rugged and real. The mercury is rising in the sidewalk cracks. No more turning around or looking at the tracks. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for much.
The flowers cannot grow in the grit, but look at the way that the horizon is lit. A rebel and a lover with a message to send, a loyalty that the winter will never bend.
I'm a neon sign in a world of monotone. 1,000 people around me, but I'm always alone, until the rhythm hits me like a freight train. A fire sets in every nerve and every muscle on the wire. The mercury is rising in the sidewalk cracks. No more turning around or looking at the tracks. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for heavy metal door. Concrete, tough. Concrete, love, and above. Concrete love, solid as a rock, staying perfectly steady through the earthquake shock. Hard as the granite, but tender to the touch, giving everything and never asking for much. Solid love, the city is ours, under the lights and the electric star. Solid love, clock stopped ticking at the stroke of noon. I'm howling at the daylight, chasing the moon. There's a solar eclipse sleeps inside of my chest, a heavy dark star that won't let me rest.
The light you seek is not in the outer sky. Stop looking for the truth with a blinded eye. Even in the darkness the vision is clear. A warrior of light has nothing to fear. Gravity is pulling, the shadows are long, but we find our rhythm in a funeral song. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. Behold the mystery of the midnight spark. The greatest revelations happen in the dark. Burn away the dust, let the mercury fall. Answer to the spirit when the ancestors call. My heart is a furnace of unsaid prayers, climbing up the smoke on the invisible stairs. I'm dancing with the ghost of a love I once knew, underneath the rays of a darkened hue. Gravity is pulling, the shadows are long, but we find our rhythm in a funeral song. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. Not every light is meant to be seen, so some things exist in the spaces between the exhale and the first breath of life, between the peace and the edge of the knife. Eclipse the ego, behold the indigo. Darkness is a teacher, silence is the preacher. Black sun shining in the deep, secrets of the ages that we have to keep. A paradoxical glow, a beautiful gloom, burning like a candle in a velvet room. Shine on, black sun, the work is never done. Shadow and the flame, one and the same. Kneeling on the linoleum,
The heater's gone cold, counting the stories that the prophets never told. I've got a pocket full of lint and a heart full of soot, looking for the branch, but I'm tripping on the root.
The incense is rising from the trash can fire, higher and higher
than the cathedral spire. Jah doesn't look at the velvet or the lace. He's looking for the truth on a hungry man's face. A whisper in the chaos, a cry in the night, reaching for the hem of the garment of light. Ghetto prayer floating on the wind, forgiving every debt and every hidden sin. From the project halls to the dusty road, lifting up the spirit and the heavy load.
They build up the walls to keep the people apart, but they can't put a ceiling on a devoted heart. The stone that the builder refused in his pride is the same holy mountain where the humble reside.
My hallelujah shaky and my faith is a blur, walking through the static in the city's hollow purr. But the rhythm is a sermon and the bass is a creed, providing every answer that a lonely soul could need. A whisper in the chaos, a cry in the night, reaching for the hem of the garment of light. Ghetto prayer floating on the wind, forgiving every debt and every hidden sin. From the project halls to the dusty road, lifting up the spirit and the heavy load.
Amen in the alley,
Hosanna in the street,
victory is found
in the rhythm of the beat.
no stained glass window,
Just the open sky,
where the eagles of the spirit
learn how to fly. Pray, pray for the wise, until the sun rise. Ghetto prayer floating on the wind, forgiving every debt and every hidden sin. From the project halls to the dusty road, lifting up the spirit and the heavy load. Hear the prayer everywhere, everywhere. In the ghetto, one love, one echo. red lipstick stains on a cracked coffee cup. I've been down so long, I forgot how to look up. They told me to behave, they told me to be still, but I've got a hunger that no sugar can fill.
Little sister, you're a flyer in a world made of ice. Freedom is a virtue that comes with a heavy price. Don't let them clip your wings or dye your spirit gray. The dawn is breaking for a brand new kind of day. A sweet revolution is brewing in the pot, giving everything we have, all that we have got. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line. Bold as a berry, wild as a vine. In this chaotic world, you're gonna shine. The generals are marching with their boots upon the grass, but the power of the people is a force they can't surpass. Put a flower in the barrel, put a song upon your bread. Love is the only thing that's stronger than death. I'm messy and I'm loud, I'm a beautiful disaster, moving to a drum that's beating faster and faster. I wear my red dress while I tear the walls down. I'm the uncrowned queen of this dusty little town. A sweet revolution is brewing in the pot, giving everything we have, all that we have got. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line. Bold as a berry, wild as a vine. In this chaotic world, you're gonna shine. The victory is tasting so incredibly sweet. Cherry rebel, sweet rebellion. Cherry rebel, one in a million. Cherry rebel, tart and so divine, breaking every rule and crossing every line. Bold as a berry, wild as a vine. In this chaotic world, you're gonna shine. Stay rebel, stay sweet, stay sweet. The sound of the struggle, the sound of the street. Crying on the dance floor, staring at my shoes, blending all my heartache with
with the rhythm and the blues. Every beat is heavy, like a stone inside my chest. I'm looking for a place where a weary girl can rest.
Dry your eyes, my darling, don't you let them spill. The universe is moving, it's never standing still. Music is a vessel, let it carry you away. Oh, across the silver water
Of the Montego Bay. The bass is like a heartbeat, steady and so true, wiping away the sadness and the lonely hue. Rhythm tests, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Salt water melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour.
I'll play a lethal skank now to lift up your vibration. A sonic healing session for the entire nation. Love is not a prison, love is not a snare. Cast away your worries and your heavy load of care.
I try to find the tempo, I try to catch the swing, but I've forgotten how it feels to have a silver wing. The snare drum is a hammer, the lyrics are a knife, cutting through the static of my complicated life.
The bass is like a heartbeat,
Steady and so true,
wiping away the sadness
and the lonely hue. Rhythm tests, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Salt water melodies, sweet and slightly sour, finding all the beauty in our darkest hour.
dance until the sorrow turns into a drop of dew. Dance until the spirit feels
Shiny and brand new,
no more lamentation, no more bitter cries.
just the reflection of the music in your eyes. Rhythm, let them fall. Rhythm, heal them all. Rhythm tests, falling in the groove. Everything is changing, everything must move. Soft water melodies, sweet and slightly chipped wooden shelf. I'm trying to remember a version of myself before the whiskey and the late night regret, before the sun of my innocence finally set. There's a shine in the rust, a gold in the dirt, a healing that happens at the edge of the hurt. The finest of wines comes from the crushed grape. There's no use in trying to plan an escape, shaking off the powder of 1,000 long miles, trading the sorrows for the simplest of smiles. Dusty glory, weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. The tattered banner that's never been torn. The empires crumble and the statues decay. The glory of the Caesar is blown far away, but the love of a brother, the strength of a friend, is a dusty old glory that has no real end. I wear my wrinkles like a map of the stars. I wear my history and all of my scars. There's a vintage light in these tired old eyes that no amount of glitter could ever disguise, shaking off the powder of 1,000 long miles, trading the sorrows for the simplest of smiles. Dusty glory, a weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. The tattered banner that's never been torn. From the mud of the trench to the top of the hill, the spirit of the lion remains perfectly still. In the wreckage of time, in the debris of years, we find the laughter that's hidden in tears. Dusty glory, ancient, ancient story, real, holy name. Dusty glory, a weathered kind of pride, the beauty of the journey and the long bumpy ride. Not shiny or perfect, but honest and warm. A tattered banner that's never been torn. Glory in the dust, in love we trust, age like a storm, never alone. didn't mean to sow. There's a poison in the soil, a tang upon my tongue, echoes of the wicked songs that I have always sung.
The tree that is tall must have a foundation deep, while the city of the greedy is falling fast asleep. You're digging in the dirt, looking for a silver coin, but the strength is in the spirit where the ancestors join.
The sap is rising like a fever in the vein, trying to find the nectar inside of all this pain. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light.
Don't neglect the origin, don't forget the source. A river never prospers if it strays from its course. The ancestors are watching from the mountaintop, the cycle of the justice no man can ever stop.
I got a suitcase full of habits I can't shake, counting every promise that I knew I'd have to break. You talk about the spirit, I talk about the thirst in this garden of Eden. I'm the one who's cursed. The sap is rising like a fever in the vein, trying to find the nectar inside of all this pain. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light. Dig a little deeper past the vanity and pride. There's a silent witness living deep inside. Extract the medicine from the wooden heart. This is where the healing is about to start. Bitter but strong, roots where we belong, deep in the earth, waiting for rebirth. Bitter roots stretching through the clay, holding on for mercy at the end of the day. Ancient struggle buried out of sight, turning all the darkness into morning light. The earth remembers the flavor of the struggle. Hold firm, my sister. Stand tall, my brother. Pour me a glass of that morning light. I'm tired of the shadows and the endless white. My throat is parched from the lies I've told. I'm looking for a river made of liquid gold.
The rain is a blessing from the clouds above, filling up the vessel with the water of love. Don't waste a single drop of the precious flow. It's the only way to make the inner garden grow.
Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine.
Everything is sacred,
Everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace,
reflecting the beauty
of the human race.
The sun hits the ripples on the harbor bay, chasing all the ghosts of the night away. Wealth is not the matter of the paper or the ink. It's the clarity of spirit and the way you think.
I've been drinking poison from a rusty cup. Now I'm looking down and then I'm looking up. The melody is amber, the rhythm is bright, drowning all my demons in the golden light. Melting down the ego, melting down the pride, letting the abundance wash away the tide. Liquid gold dripping from the vine.
Everything is sacred,
Everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace,
reflecting the beauty
of the human race.
is flowing through the veins,
It's moving through the trees
carried on the wings,
of the summer breeze,
purer than the diamond,
clearer than the glass,
watching all the sorrow.
and the winter pass.
Liquid gold,
Pour it on my soul.
liquid gold,
Make the broken whole.
liquid gold,
Hey,
dripping from the vine.
everything is sacred. Everything is fine. A fountain of mercy, a stream of grace,
Reflecting the beauty
of the human race. Let it flow, golden glow, golden glow, infinite wealth, spirit health. My dress is torn and my heels are left behind, searching for a kingdom that's a different kind. Tired of the neon lights and the hollow sound. I'm looking for some holy and some solid ground.
Greetings, daughter, come and walk the narrow path. Escape the bitterness and the worldly wrath. There is a mountain where the grapes are sweet and the dust of mercury won't touch your feet. Can you feel the vibration in the morning breeze? Lifting our burdens with such a gentle ease. Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more teardrops will ever be shed. The lion is roaring from the highest peak. Strength is provided for the tired and weak. Do not be fearful of the giant sword. Victory is found in the rhythm of the Lord. I used to seek my comfort in a glass of wine, but now I'm tasting something truly divine. Your words are velvet, they wrap around my scars. Beneath the canopy of a billion stars, can you feel the vibration in the morning breeze? Lifting our burdens with such a gentle ease. Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more teardrops will ever be shed. It's not a city made of brick and stone. It's a frequency that we've always known. High above the sorrow, deep within the heart, a masterpiece of living, a work of art. Velvet Zion, smooth as the ocean. Velvet Zion, sweetest emotion, yeah. Velvet Zion, soft against the skin, a place where the healing finally begins. Purest devotion woven in the thread, where no more
hair is coming loose. I'm tangled in the wires. I'm looking for the juice. The neon lights are flickering like tigers in the night. I'm shivering in shadows, screaming for the light.
The concrete is a forest. The sirens are the birds. Listen to the message. Don't focus on the words. The predator is hungry, but the prey is getting smart. Put the rhythm of the wildwood inside your beating heart. Temperature is climbing to 104. I can't take the pressure of the city anymore. Jungle fever burning in the soul, losing every instinct, losing all control. Vines are wrapping tightly round the golden gate. In this heat of passion, we negotiate our fate. Babylon is sweating under the tropical heat. The drums of the rebellion are thumping in the street. No time for the wavering, no time for the fear. The era of the liberation is finally here.
My pulse is like a piston, my blood is like a fire, walking on the edge of a high voltage wire. I don't need a doctor, I don't need a pill. I just need the madness of the forest until temperature is climbing to 104. I can't take the pressure of the city